Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Evan Witt Show. I am Evan Witt, and wanted to take a few minutes with the NFL training camp right around the corner, starting, I believe, next week, end of this week. And I just want to get a quick, spend a few minutes here talking about the Green Bay Packers and training camp questions that I have coming in. There is a few questions that I have, a few concerns that I have regarding the 2017 Green Bay Packers. The offseason, key offseason moves. They signed Martellus Bennett at tight end. They signed Lance Kendricks at tight end. They signed guard Jahari Evans to fill in to replace T.J. Lang, and they drafted Jamal Williams, Aaron Jones, Devontae Mays. They drafted Kofi Amichia, Montrevious Adams. Vince Beagle, to name a few. Josh Jones, Kevin King, just to name a few guys that they drafted. And they also drafted some wide receivers in Dupre and D'Angelo Yancey, and a number of undrafted guys as well. But I do have some concerns moving forward with the 2017 Green Bay Packers that I do hope that gets answered in training camp. And my number one concern, they're not number one concern, but the first one I'm going to talk about is the running back position. Yes, I know Ty Montgomery, he's the running back now, but I have concerns there. This would be his first year coming in being the guy at running back. I have concern there. Does he have the durability to hold up taking the pounding that a running back takes? You know, I personally feel he runs a bit up and down. You know, he's kind of runs kind of tall, which exposes a running back to some big hits. Maybe that's a habit he can learn and change now that he's a full-time running back. But behind him, you don't have a lot. Plus, let me jump back to Ty Montgomery for a minute. They're keeping him at number 88, which to me also suggests they're also going to be using him probably at wide receiver position as well. Because if he was going to be a full-time running back, why not just change his number? Marketing-wise, it would be great. It would make a lot of sense. So that's my concern with Ty Montgomery. I think Ty Montgomery will be fine as a running back. I'm still not sold on him being a full-time back, but he's got the body for it. But does he have the body to hold up to the pounding? Behind him are rookies: Williams, Jones, Mays. 3 rookies. And then you got Phillips and Stanbrick behind him. It's hard depending on rookies. It really is. I like Jamal Williams. He's my favorite out of all the rookies. I think he can contribute a lot to this team. But you're putting a lot of pressure on the rookies. You're expecting them to come in and contribute immediately. Other than Ty Montgomery, there is not a running back currently on the roster that has taken an NFL snap. The only other person on this Packer roster, people I should say, is fullback Aaron Ripkowski and wide receiver Randall Cobb. The only other guys that have taken a snap at the NFL level. That is concerning. It is very concerning to me. So that is one thing I need to see. I need to see Jamal Williams, and I need to see Aaron Jones, Devontae Mays. I got to see one of them step up and take control of that running back 2 position. The other part on offense I'm concerned with is the offensive line. You second year in a row, you're letting an all-pro guard go, and you are, yes, replacing him with the former all-pro in Jahari Evans. But the offensive line, the Packers, for the longest time, before Josh Sitton got surprisingly released, and before T.J. Lang left in free agency, they've been pretty consistent 5. The offensive line grows a comfort with one another. So now you got Lane Taylor, who's took over last year, and now Jahari Evans, in a span of 2 years, new faces on the offensive line. Now, backing them up, you got a second-year player in Jason Spriggs. You got a rookie in Armichia. You got Lucas Patrick, who can have the opportunity to fill in. A second-year player in Kyle Murphy, and Don Barclay. That's your backup offensive line. So I am concerned about the depth. The depth at the offensive line is concerning because you got Spriggs, who played some NFL snaps last year, and you got Kyle Murphy, who played no NFL snaps last year, And you have Don Barclay, great guy. Seems like a stand-up guy. I think he's a great off-the-field locker room guy. However, he is just a guy when it comes to playing football. And he's a guy you don't want to use for long stretches of time. He can be a good fill-in. He can back up at guard. He can back up at center. He can back up at tackle. He's good in a pinch. But you don't want Don Barclay being your starting guard or tackle or center if, God forbid, somebody goes down. And is Kyle Murphy ready for the NFL? He didn't play it down last year. And how much has Jason Spriggs improved? Because my guess is Barclay, Murphy, and Spriggs will be your top three guys with one other guy, probably the rookie in Kofi Armichia. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. That's probably going to be your offensive line. So again, another rookie that's never played before in his life. Those are my biggest concerns offensively. Wide receiver, don't have a lot of concerns. Fullback, don't have a lot of concerns. And I definitely don't have concerns at tight end or quarterback. They're fine there. Defensively, a couple spots I got concerned. First is the linebacker position. The linebacker position as a whole worries me. You got Nick Perry, you got Clay Matthews, you got Jaron Elliott, three guys that have struggled to stay healthy over the past couple of years. Nick Perry, while healthy last year, showed glimpses of what he could finally become in leading the team in sacks. Then in the middle, you got Jake Ryan and Jake Ryan and Blake Martinez. Second and third year guy who aren't that fast. Wild card, you got Jordan Tripp. Be interesting to see what he brings to the table. And Joe Thomas is just a guy. Backing up Nick Perry and Clay Matthews, you don't really have a lot. You got Jaron Elliott, which I said he was spent the last couple years hurt a lot, and he's never been able to be anything more than just a special teams guy and a situational pass rusher. You got Vince Beagle, who's a rookie, but coming off foot surgery during the offseason. And you got Kyle Fracco, who hasn't really done anything at the NFL level. So linebacker position as a whole, huge question mark. Middle linebacker, it seems to be the problem year in and year out. And outside linebacker gets added to the list this year. I think, as I said, Jordan Tripp is that wild card guy. He's a guy that maybe can come in and steal a spot from Martinez or Ryan. But I know Martinez fell out of favor last year after he came back from injury. Josh Jones figures to play some linebacker a little bit. The rookie that they took out from... that can play some middle linebacker and safety in college in Josh Jones. And obviously Morgan Burnett figures to play some middle linebacker as well in those obvious passing situations. And then secondary-wise, you got Devon House coming back to Green Bay. But then you got Demarius Randall, who's shown glimpses of being a great corner, a playmaking corner, but he was often injured last year. And I think that contributed to his struggles last year. You got Quentin Rollins, who struggled with injuries last year as well and was beat like a drum. You got rookie Kevin King, so you're expecting a rookie to come in and contribute right away. Ladarius Gunter, who does as well as he possibly can, but he's not a guy you want covering a Julio Jones one-on-one on the outside, which he got stuck doing last year. Healthy, I think the cornerback position can take that next step to being a really good unit, but the health is going to be key. If they can stay healthy, that's key. Because Randall and Rollins did not stay healthy. Dimitri Goodson is coming off a torn ACL, so that's a question mark. And then punter. Justin Vogel is currently listed as the Packers punter. The Packers punting unit last year with Jake Schramm was not very good. The punter they had before him and Matze, not very good by the time it was all said and done in Green Bay. The punting position has been Achilles' heel for the Packers for quite some time. Aaron Rodgers will not score touchdowns every single time he touches the football. They won't score field goals every single time he touches the football. they will have to punt the ball. So who is going to take that position? Will it be Justin Vogel, or will it be somebody different come training camp? And then the long snapper, Derek Hart, a new guy long snapping. Long snapping is a position you don't really want to mess around with too much. But we'll see what happens. So, defensive line I'm pretty comfortable on with Kenny Clark and Mike Daniels and Ricky John Francois, and Kristen Ringo has shown him some promise from time to time. The rookie and Adams can be very good if he can stay motivated, and Dean Lowry showed enough to be that he can be a good situational role player. So D-line, I have no worries. But linebacker and secondary on defense, I'm very concerned about. Running back, I got concerns. Offensive line, I got concerns. So those are my concerns moving into training camp with the Green Bay Packers. And I'm sure a number of them will be answered starting the first preseason game when we get to see what these guys look like against NFL talent. Because I'm sure Jamal Williams will get opportunities against the ones. I'm sure Adams will get opportunities against the one. I'm sure Vince Beagle will get plenty of opportunities against the number ones. And I'm sure Josh Jones and Kevin King will get lots of opportunities against the number ones. So we'll get to see what these guys can do. But I'm really excited for Packer season this year. This team can be very special. If guys stay healthy, guys take that next step, and guys continue to develop, this Packer team can be very special. So what are your questions going into training camp with this Green Bay Packer team? What are your top questions? So if you want to comment on the post, make sure to comment on the post that you're listening to this from, or you can tweet me at Evan Witt Sports, EVANWIT Sports. Send me a tweet, give me a follow, and let's talk Packer football together. So, with that said, I just want to mention too, I just came back from New Orleans, Louisiana last week, and I want to spend some time quick talking about some things that I was doing down there. So I am a health and fitness coach, and I am motivated and inspired to help people live a healthy and fulfilling life. If you are someone that is struggling with weight, or you know someone that struggles with weight or health, let me know. Get them in contact with me. CoachEvan66@gmail.com. I've lost 145 pounds since 2011. I've lost 135 of those pounds by using Beachbody workout, home workout programs, and drinking my daily Shakeology. I want to help you. If you are struggling with your health and fitness, I want to help you. If you want some support, that's what I'm here for. Just shoot me an email, CoachEvan66@gmail.com, and join Strong Enough Fitness and Coach Evan Fitness in helping you live the healthy, fulfilling life that you want to live. So, with that said, thank you all for giving me a listen. Give me a review. Let me know what you think of the show. Let me know what you think of my opinions. I appreciate it, and I will be getting back to you later. Thanks. Bye.